So I didn't explain any further last time, but the engine actually stopped running. So what did we do? Yeah, we didn't drain we drained all the other fluids except the fuel, you know, we're just winging it. But we took a fuel sample and guess what? It's mostly water. So whatever was in the fuel rail ran itself out, and that smoke was actually water vapor. So we're gonna put some fresh fuel in it, then we're gonna run the demons out. So rather than just constantly wringing out the fuel pump and turning the ignition on and off, we went ahead and pulled out the fuel pump sending unit, and it looks a little murky in there. We got our oil extraction pump and we're gonna suck it dry. Yes, this is the front of the car. Isn't that weird? The engine's in the back of this thing. A lot of water mixed up in there. Hopefully I don't ruin the seals in this thing. It's made for oil, not gasoline, but theoretically, as long as it doesn't get in the pump assembly and I overflow this thing, it should probably be okay, because it's just creating a vacuum in here and then sucking the fuel down this hose right here. So I got it in the tank and I'm pumping it out like this, like a bicycle pump. That's a very small hole. You see the fuel is being poured in the actual gas cap filler neck area, and it's coming out. Or is it just this one place, or? Oh no, it looks like it's coming out all over the place. That's interesting. Let me see if I can get that. Drop a ton in here so it don't go out. It's like floating inside a gas tank, and inside a gas tank, it's just 111. Okay, that's good enough.
Does it look clean fuel or?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
What?
It's beautiful. Fresh 93.
Did you fill anything up yet? The saddle?
Yeah, man.
Is it up on top of the saddle?
It's like a gasoline shower in there. So that place where the fuel was shooting out of, it wasn't supposed to come out of there. There was supposed to be a hose hooked up there. I didn't pay attention to this at first. Apparently that hose comes off very easily. So, long story short, yes, we did hook that hose back up before we put the sending unit back in, and then we tested it. We were trying to run some fuel pressure through the line all the way to the back where the engine is, and make sure that if there was any more water in the line, we evacuated it. But turns out, because that line was off whenever we were filling fuel in the filler neck, then no fuel got to the driver's side of the bottom of the saddle tank, because there's a fuel pump module in the bottom driver's side of the saddle tank, and there's a fuel pump module in the middle top part, and then the saddle tank on the passenger side is just a little transfer area where it can differentiate from side to side. But since no fuel was getting to the driver's side where the actual lowest part of the pump is, we weren't getting any pump action whatsoever. And we figured that out by actually sending electricity to both pumps, just to verify both of them worked anyway. So let's get back to the video. So apparently that hose right there that I was talking about last time needed to be connected. It's interesting how it's still coming out a little bit from that hose, even though we zip tied it. It didn't have a zip tie on it, but you can see that it's going a little bit down. Okay, just hit the wrong button and it stopped recording. But anyway, you can see that it's going a little bit down in that top fuel pump, but really what we need to do is we need to get it in this other pump, the lower pump on this driver's side, and we didn't get any fuel in that other lower pump whenever that hose was all the way off. So that hose comes off so easily. That could potentially come off some vehicles, and you could have the fuel issue to where you need at least probably 6 or 7 gallons to even get any fuel pressure. if that makes any sense. But we should have plenty of fuel in here getting to the other side now, so this tank, or this pump, should be working now. Whereas before, after we put it together, it was not working. After we put 5 gallons in it without that hose connected, we were not getting any fuel activity out of the pump. You can't really see back in that other side though, because that first module's in the way. Yeah, at this point, we're gonna have 10 gallons in it. This is the first oil change. Is that the case?
Sure.
We put fresh oil in this thing. And so there's still a little bit of water mixed in here. So.
What are you doing? What are you trying to do, man?
I'm just being theatrical. Oh, go. And this is what it looks like. Nice and milky. Nice and watery.
That water, that was weird.
Delicious. It's like caramel. Oh, it's dripping on it. Fresh fuel. First start on fresh fuel. Here we go. Do we still have a bank 1 issue? We're about to find out. Bank 2 is trying. Interesting. One of the cylinders on bank 2 is firing. We got both sides going on 1 cylinder each. Look at that engine jostling back and forth. To be fair, the fuel needs primed. I think we're just about there. Here pretty soon it's about to roar. How good am I? I know exactly what I'm talking about. You see that fire? That cleared. Now it's running on all good fuel. It had to get that water out of the injectors and out of the fuel lines. But now it's running butter smooth, and we're about to watch it clear up, hopefully. But it's running 50-50 on Marble Mystery Oil and 0W40 at the moment. So it's not going to be extended. It's not going to run in any extended period of time on this oil mixture. The cooling system is intact, but all the air hoses are not hooked up, obviously, but it's going to run off a base map. It sounds good, if you ask me. We got equal smoke coming out of each pipe. little warm for sure. That's gonna happen. It's starting to clear up. Still smoky, don't get me wrong. This side looks a little bit oily. Way better.
The pitch noise? Yeah, they sound.
Of course, the intercoolers are not hooked up. None of the piping is hooked up.
Where's the oil?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's looking way better. And actually, is it sounding better too? Where'd that tick go? I don't hear no tick anymore. What about this other side? running under its own power, just so you know. Oh, dude, those front brakes are all the way locked. You're just, the wheels are sliding. Let me see this other side. All right. So we gotta hurry up and get this oil back out. Well, it's still hot. Hot and ready.
Like little teeth, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at this tire slider. See that?
Oh yeah. We got some locked up brake situation. Can you hold this up close to here? So we're already dripping. Whoa, look at that. That's that 50-50 mix, Marvel Mystery Oil and 0W40. Not as bad as last time. Pretty thin, huh?
This is just Marvel Mystery, dude.
Smells good. It's fragrant. I'm gonna use that as some cologne.
You know, I'm really surprised nothing else is fucking leaking.
Man, that's so good. I'm gonna use that in my Audi. I'm not gonna let that go to waste.